Hi, my name is Brittany Gomillion, and I am currently enrolled in the Sports Marketing and Sponsorship Sales course at Full Sail University. Um, our assignment is to evaluate a case study that was already made through a marketing advertising company called the Marketing Arm. The case study that I feel like I wanted to evaluate the most was the WNBA Watch Me Work campaign. Um, the the reason why I've chose this, it dealt with the WNBA as the league, as well as displaying women of sports, and as well as um, try to explain more of the gender inequality that's within the league itself. And so they wanted to make it different, of course, from the actual WNBA. The reason of this campaign, Watch Me Work campaign, is more of a digital print marketing campaign that actually symbolizes the 20th season of the actual league. From what I got, from the information that I received, as for quotes from actually Kevin Durant, who was a a, a well-known, engaged audience, a target audience for the WNBA, has said that every little girl's dream is to play in a WNBA. And it's not just little boys wanting to play basketball, it's little girls wanting to make it to that level. And it just shows that the game's going in the right direction. What I feel from it is that as growing up, for example, growing up, I've always wanted to play in a WNBA. That's like my dream. Shannon Bobbitt, Candace Parker, growing up watching Candace Parker, Shannon Bobbitt, Maya Moore, Lisa Leslie. They are just the main, like, they are the key players of the actual league. So as a child growing up, WNBA was like the dream for every little girl to do. Like, we can do better than guys, we can play better than guys. We had that mentality. We were tough on the court. We didn't care about makeup. We just threw our hair in a ponytail in a little rubber band, and we're putting in work. And so I felt like that's where this campaign is going towards, is mainly focusing on women in the actual sport, and just, trying to relate back and giving back to the community, and as well as trying to relate to the actual children. The promotional areas that I thought were most effective was that, as part of the Watch Me Work campaign, the WNBA had also had asked fans, athletes, and celebrities to show the league how they work, using the hashtags Watch Me Work on Twitter, set to kick off on February 3rd of that month, for National Girls and Women's in Sports Day. To me, I feel like it was more important how they can give back to the younger people in the community, and so they can inspire them to do so much that they have done. From what I've also researched, was that this campaign was really about the current day player and their passion and skills and intensity for the game, and how they got that from the inspiration they received from the great players of the past. Like I said, for example, my favorite player was Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Swoops. Growing up, Shannon Bob was the best point guard ever for the North Carolina Tar Heels. So it was just amazing how they can include that to relate to the children, to give back to the community, I would say. Also, the next question is, what specific areas are the additional opportunity? In this way, with this campaign, their intention, I guess, is increasing of the exposure, increasing the number of fans that attend the games, increasing the viewership of the actual games. The WNBA is very underrated. Has been underestimated for years, for 20 years, I would say. And from what I will receive from it is that it's amazing, it's incredible that a lot of people, don't respect the game. And I think it's unfair that those women that can play the game of basketball, if you love the game the way you love it, it doesn't matter who is shooting the basketball. And that is what the WNBA is struggling right now with that. I felt like the actual program takes the athleticism of today's WNBA and marries it to implicit, I'll say, the promise of tomorrow, something that's been taken for granted, in which captures the combination of theoretically on the display of during the WNBA games. And so with this campaign, it showed clips of previous players with their no look moves, with their no look passing, with Brittany Griner's dunks, and just little girls watching the actual like work that's been displayed on TV. Seeing that on the other side of TV as a little girl is like amazing. Like, oh my God, I can do that too. So it's definitely inspiring for the youth. I think that's mostly what there was aiming for, was for the youth. It's a youth foundation type of campaign that they was reaching for. But the most important thing is with this campaign that hopefully that it increases in those areas, like I said, in the attendance of the games, the viewership of the games, just ticket sales, merchandise sales, just giving awareness that the WNBA is still here. So that's something what I've felt overall, that the program has created. In a way, it has created a win-win situation. For them, their awareness is what they are wanting to give to the community. With them doing this campaign, they're able to wanting to like increase their revenues and their exposure, of course, of the actual games that's being played in this league, as well as what they're getting back is the awareness. They're informing the community, the little, giving back to the little kids and little girls, little boys, setting up camps, stuff like that. It's just amazing how they can have a win-win situation. They're able to increase that by just giving, by providing this campaign. They're giving a push forward to what is going on in the WNBA, letting people know, like, hey, we are still here, we're still doing what we're supposed to do, and hey, we're still giving back to the community as well. We want little girls to look up to us. We want those kids to look up to us as role models. We're doing this, as a little girl, this is what this is what I aspired, that this is what I'm going to do in my life. And so we want to give that awareness to the community. And so, from what I feel that, how I feel to take this program to the next level is, just like NBA Cares. They do programs where they go read to the children, set up camps, and so forth. And the marketing itself is totally different from the actual WNBA. I'm sure that the WNBA does expose their foundations that they do have within the league. Their camps for children, for little girls, the basketball camps, their mentorship programs, their inviting kids to the games and so forth. I'm pretty sure they do all of that, but it's not being recognized. I think it's more marketing initiatives that need to be pushed out. Market on social media, market by word of mouth, do a big community event, get more sponsorship besides the NBA or any other team sponsorship. Like, I feel like we can include the actual city government. We can actually include the city officials, companies and nonprofits that actually advocate for children, at-risk youth. That's something that can actually be used as a marketing initiative to promote the games at the games, the WNBA games, the home games, the away games, merchandise sales, increasing like ticket sales, majority of the fan engagement. I feel like that is the key, really, is the fan engagement the most, but how to actually market it is the actual push to keeping this program forward. Starting off the 20th season, I feel like that was a good move for them to actually do the marketing work. It's 20 years that this WNBA has been up and running, and they need to be recognized that women can do this too. It shouldn't be no gender inequality when it comes down to sports, and we also need to give awareness, like, to little girls and boys, like, hey, little girls, you can do this. We here, we dominate this world, we dominate this sport. This is what we can do. And not only can we succeed in basketball, we can succeed and do other things. We use our voice in the community to help other little girls and inspire them to do what we do. So the campaign itself was overall great how they did it. I feel like it could have used a little bit in the actual video, the visual artwork of it, that they could have used a little bit more kids involved instead of just using one little girl that was involved in it. But I got the point of it. But as for someone on the outside looking in, I'm pretty sure they're like, okay, they got this kid, is this little girl is one of the basketball players? Like, where's the comparison in this? Where's the cohesive in this? So I feel like the overall program itself was wonderful. It could be a little tweak, of course, with the marketing initiative push, in just the Pacific areas, the opportunities to promote this actual campaign. But I feel like the best marketing, the promotional area that I felt like was most effective and got people actually involved was the hashtags, the creative content of the hashtag Watch Me Work, using the actual marketing campaign to promote fans, athletes, even celebrities to show their basketball skills. Like, hey, I could do it too. Like, and just to symbolize that it's National Girls and Women's in Sports Day. And so I feel like that was actually, wonderful how they can just show that and just and emphasize on women, and what they can do. And overall, I feel like, the timing is everything. It is a huge moment right now in women's sports, with them winning the actual 2015 WNBA finals, as well as the Olympics. The Team USA team itself was dominating within the Olympics. So it's like, we can do this. Like, we've already completed this in the actual Olympics, and we can actually move on and go forward with starting the 20th season of the actual WNBA league, and we can have a successful basketball season, and all we need is just the fans to attend. We're gonna put on a show. We're gonna do what we're supposed to do. Our job is to play basketball and inspire the youth. So I feel like itself, the the actual campaign shows dedication to women. It shows the power of women, and I guess for me, it shows everything that it's supposed to be. It's supposed to meant to be. So that is my evaluation of the marketing campaign for the Watch Me Work WNBA 20th season opener.